Hey gods and goddesses, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back and I want us to talk about ascension symptoms. So where like I said before, and I've said before, when I talk about health and wellness, it's always going to come with benefits for the physical body, and it's going to come with benefits for your spiritual body. Spiritual ascension. Let's talk about spiritual ascension and some of the ways we can help our physical bodies go through this transformation, this great change we're going through. Okay, so one thing that I didn't know and I didn't take into consideration is how when you're experiencing the symptom of food aversion and loss of appetite, this is not because of physical ailment for me, from my experience. Now, I will say, like I've said this before, if you're having regular loss of appetite and aversion to food, please go and see your doctor before you just assume and take it from me. Now, take people's words on this internet with a grain of salt, okay? Take everything we say with a grain of salt. But please go and see your doctor. Make sure your physical body is okay. Make sure you're well and healthy before jumping to the conclusion that you could be having, or you may be having, going through ascension or having ascension symptoms. Now, if you're physically well, if you can connect with your guides and your higher self, just find out what's going on. And if you are indeed having ascension symptoms, and if this is one of the symptoms you're having, then you should listen to this, okay? So when back in the summer, I was going through an ascension and I specifically had an aversion to cooked foods. I ate more salads. I ate less fish or seafood, because that's the meat I eat. I eat fish and I eat seafood, scallops and stuff like that. But I had an aversion to cooked foods. I was not, and it even made it worse that we were traveling at the time. So we were traveling, we weren't cooking, and if we had cooked food, it was mainly for my kids. I just didn't want to eat anything cooked, so I was eating a lot of fruits, which is good. I was eating a lot of salads, vegetables, which is also good, and I was drinking a lot of liquids. But because I wasn't getting a balanced amount of my green vegetables, like you see behind me here, leafy green vegetables. Okay, you see, yeah. Okay, I'm back. You see these guys. Any vegetable that looks like this, I wasn't having any of these things. I was having some. I was having lettuces in my salads and some spinach, but not the amount that my body needed at the time. So I was, because I wasn't getting these nutrients into my body, I was low on my B vitamins. Now, this is very important, especially if you're not eating red meats or eating chicken. Eat your leafy greens. Leafy greens are very, very important for the body. You can even get hydrated from eating a lot of these leafy greens. So because I wasn't eating a balanced diet, I had the terrible experience of getting cracks on the sides, on the corners of my mouth. And then I realized that I needed to get more leafy greens in my diet. So I tried to, while I was going through that, I tried to make a lot of green juices, since I didn't feel like eating a lot of different foods. I tried to get a lot of green juices into my body. So remember that when you're having these food aversions, you have to think, what am I not getting in my diet? What am I missing out on? If I'm not eating meat, how can I get that protein that my body needs? That's where your legumes and beans will come in. That's where your mushroom will come in. But I want to talk about, that's for another day. I want to talk about these leafy greens. They're full of fiber, antioxidants. They're good for brain and skin health. They support the function of your lymphatic system, which is very, very important. What can I think of? They will detoxify your organs like this. Anything that's green in the whole food network, anything that's green. Foods have colors, different colors for specific reasons, okay? Mother Nature wasn't playing when she designed things this way. Source wasn't playing when things were designed this way, okay? So you find that your green foods, they catered more to fertility, okay? They catered more to giving life to the cells on a micro level. They cater more to giving life to your organs and your cells. They're rich in your B vitamins. You don't want to skip this, okay? So if you feel like you don't want to eat and you feel full, because that's one thing that was happening to me when I was going through that ascension. I felt full all the time. Like I didn't need food. Like I only needed to drink liquids. And I had not dropped some bad habits that I was still forcing to the mix when I needed to, or I felt like, oh, it's been a long day and I just want to relax. And that did not help the process along. So you want to stay away from alcohol. You want to stay away from your sipping your wine, drinking when you're going through ascension process, because it made me feel nasty and terrible and sick, and it even just took away the little nutrients I was getting, because alcohol will strip away nutrients from your system. Okay, so these green leafy vegetables, they're so rich in nutrients and your B vitamins. You need them. So here's my health tip for the week. Remember, woman, heal thyself. Okay, this is another one from the Well Woman series. A great way to start your week. Now get on that green juice. You could get a bunch of like leafy green vegetables, put them in your blender. Make sure you add your cilantro, your celery, put a little bit of lemon juice, sweeten it up a little with some green apples, and voila, you have yourself a green juice. Okay, so yeah, let's stay healthy, guys. I love you all. Peace, light, and love, everyone.